All right, this is 2015 Cooperstown Baseball. It is ID number Coop626. Right now, let's go ahead and screen share everybody in. We've got Stephen S. up top, Chris N. down at the bottom. Let's take our list right here, copy it, put it into random.org. 7 times through is what we do. Good luck. There's 1 and 2. Then we got 3, 4, 5, 6, and number 7. All right, Stephen S., you're still up top. Chris N. down at the bottom. Here we go. Everybody else is somewhere in between. Let's go ahead and copy this over to the spreadsheet right now. And we're going to push this over to the break screen. All right, so here is our list. If anybody would like to make a trade, all you got to do is offer it up. Any trades, go ahead and offer it up at this time. Let's go ahead and put a checklist up for everybody as well. Let's go ahead and throw a checklist up. All right, any trades? Any trades? Young Gun said, rip it open. He said, let's go ahead and rip. All right, so I was trying to throw up the the checklist for you. There it is. Thank you, J-Dub. What's up, man? You beat me to it. All right, here we go. How you doing, Jess? Good to see you, man. How was your weekend, buddy? Good to see you tonight. Hopefully all was well for you. Good, 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 good. All right, here we go. First one up. Excuse me. Bob Feller right here, Cooperstown Armed Forces insert. Bob Feller. He's going to be first out of the gate. Here is a Tommy Glavine right there, class of 2014. And that is an Atlanta Braves hit right there. And then we have etched in Cooperstown, Joe Morgan and Johnny Bench right there. Joe Morgan, Johnny Bench. All right. And here is a Tony Perez right there. Tony Perez. That is just the base right there. Here's a Hack Wilson right here. Mr. Hack Wilson. This is numbered 72 of 75 right there. Hack Wilson. Nice one right there. And next up is going to be Tris Speaker right there with Boston. All right, here's the first auto. And it's going to be a red Shindance right there. Red Shindance right there. That is class of 1989. It's going to go out to St. Louis right there. That is going to be Stephen M. Look at that. Stephen M. got you one right there, buddy. The wife might like that one a little bit better. Next up, Whitey Herzog. Mr. Whitey Herzog right there. That is our show and diced. Show and diced. I like to call him Shundance. St. Louis right there. Stephen M. Back to back, man. Back to back. Here is a 22 of 35. 22 of 35. Show and diced. Right there. Old Red. Old Red's itching to have a little fun. There it is. And that's going to go out to St. Louis once again, Stephen M. And here's a Cincinnati hit. Yeah, it's going to be Stephen S. right there jumping in. It is numbered 4 of 35. Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench right there. Here is a Tommy Lasorda. Tommy Lasorda. Shane Deist. Look at that. Everybody's got a different way to say it. I love it. Young Gun says show and diced. G-Man says pronounced all caps. Shane Deist. Tomato. Let's see what we got here. How about that? Boom. Look at this. Show and dice. Show them dice. Burt Blyleven. Harmon Killebrew. The Sapphire. Look at that. Minnesota. UP. Minnesota. Look at that. That's filthy right there. That is going to go out to the Twins owner. Let's see here. Minnesota Twins. We'll see. My man will see. Congratulations, boy. Nice, Swirl. Nice. Steve said, I love listening to you Virginia boys massacre the French, Canadian, and Russian hockey names. Yes, of course it's numbered, Will. Of course it's numbered. Of course. There's a 2 of 10 right there. 2 of 10. Old Burt Blyleven. Congratulations, Minnesota. Burt Blyleven right there. Very nice. 2 of 10. And we're going to go ahead and get that over to YouTube right now. Nice box of Cooperstown. Coop626.